The GTM Research Reserve is located in Northeast Florida and spans about 76,000 acres here in St. Johns and Flagler counties.
There's 4 main water bodies that make up the Guana River estuary. There's 2 in the headwaters of the residential area of Ponte Vedra. And then the third one is the impounded part of Guana River, which is Guana Lake. And then we have a dam, and then south of the dam is the last remaining natural part of Guana River.
The GTM is extremely important to the people of the area. Everyone wants to recreate on it. I mean, look at it, it's gorgeous. Who doesn't want to be tromping around these marshes or kayaking up and down the rivers? We were just out sampling and there were blue crabbers, so there is this economic importance too.
In the past, people have sustained livelihoods on the oysters, fisheries, and the fertile lands of the estuary. And today they continue to come here for the education and research of the GTM Research Reserve, as well as the hiking on the Guana Peninsula, the kayaking, the fishing, the bird watching, and just enjoying the beautiful nature of the estuary.
But from an ecological standpoint, estuaries are so important. They are the kidneys of our coastal zone. They filter out nutrients and other contaminants that come from the land before it gets to the ocean. So we have here this huge filtration, natural filtration capacity at the GTM. And then we couple it with our actual filter feeders like oysters. So we have this ability here to really protect downstream water quality.
Back in 2017, we had some local community members come to us asking if a potential new development was going to have any impact on the water quality in the Guana River estuary. And we didn't have a good answer for them because we didn't have any baseline data. So we decided that we needed to get some baseline data. A couple local nonprofits were able to help us raise some money to start taking some samples on a monthly basis and sending those to a lab for analysis. Once we sampled for about a year, we were seeing some concerning results, particularly high nitrogen and high chlorophyll concentrations.
When we get too much nitrogen, we start to see sort of these negative effects. That's when we see algal blooms, and we can turn that water, this guacamole colored green, or often we just associate this with like fish kills and dead zones, because as that algae dies and decomposes, that process sucks out oxygen.
Partners from the Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and DEP's Division of Environmental Assessment and Restoration joined with us to start monitoring, and we were actually able to double the number of sites. Since then, we almost have 5 years of data, and that data has been the impetus for this NERSS Science Collaborative project. Now that we have this baseline of water quality conditions in the system, we're starting to work on potential solutions.
Oh, I caught a crab! Wow.
The Guana Nutrients, Budgets, and Bivalves project is funded by the NERSS Science Collaborative, which is a competitive grant opportunity that supports the National Estuarine Research Reserve System. The projects funded through this grant opportunity support end-user-driven research and monitoring to address coastal issues and management needs at each reserve.
So our project is focused on figuring out where these nutrients are coming from in the Guana system. So we're trying to identify the sources, the sinks, and then the fates. So figuring out where the nutrients come from on land, what happens to them when they enter the Guana Lake, and then when they enter Guana River, if there's some natural capacity to sort of process and remove those excess nutrients. So we took sediment samples from all the way up at the headwaters at the weir, and then we went to the middle of the lake, and then we went to just north of the dam, and then just south of the dam. And we're gonna see what those sediments do for nutrient cycling.
So that's the exciting part of this project, bringing the science to management and application. So we're working with stakeholders and really designing solutions that can keep the estuary healthy for years to come.
I am so excited about our project here. Not only do we have a great partners with the GTM, but the whole community has got involved in our project and cares about the project. We have a huge stakeholder network. So I think everybody is after the same goal here, and that is to have and maintain good water quality.
Over 6,000 years, the Guana estuary has been home to many different people and cultures. What's brought these many different people and cultures to the estuary has been the wealth of natural resources that it provides.